So, hi, my name's Alex Graham, and yeah, I'm here to talk to you about spiritual busyness and what it means. And what it's meant to me. It's been a journey I've been on for 30 odd years and almost pulled it off 30 years ago because I was a self-employed builder and in the CFA and went to the Ash Wednesday fires at Mount Macedon and saw this need for a safe house in a bushfire situation. So I created this beautiful little hexagonal module that in 6 months generated $25 million worth of interest in it, including the Victorian Ministry of Education. And I wanted a business model to express that possibility, and that's where spiritual busyness actually came from. And for me, what it reflects is a spirit of community, of people working together. That's where it started. So I kept on developing the model, and I was born in Warrnambool, Victoria, and I always loved what Fletcher Jones did in Warrnambool. He started off in the Great Depression, selling clothes out of a bullock dray to local farmers in their districts surrounding Warrnambool, and eventually ended up with this business in Warrnambool, where he employed 60% of Warrnambool's workforce, which was 3,600 people at the peak of their business model. And he became fascinated with cooperatives. At one point, he gave his employees 51% of the company, where the employees now had controlling interest in this business, and the Fletcher Jones and his family held the 49%. And I'm going, that is such a statement of trust. So he called it Fletcher Jones and staff. They were no longer his employees, they were his staff. And they just loved that guy. And anyway, so I loved the model, but my problem with it was that it was a centralized industry and I needed a community-based one. That's what I was after. For the fire shelters, I wanted communities to make these fire shelters. And anyway, so I studied all these business models, and eventually I found one that had this light bulb moment, and I just cracked up. It was so funny. It was McDonald's. I married Fletcher Jones' model to McDonald's and created, what's now known as spiritual busyness. It's just out of this world, and the triple bottom line, which is community, environment, and profit, is my figures stack up. They're just irrefutable. It's a whole new way of being in business. So you start a business, like in any discipline, that community wants. And, in the case of the fire shelters, there was a need for a safe house. So what happens is a group of people get together and there is no them and us in the movement. We're all co-owners because we're a cooperative. But on the basis of 51%, where the 51% is held by the junior members collectively and the 49% is held by management, which could be an individual, or a bigger corporation. You can transform a government department with it. There's nothing you can't do with it. It's just outrageous, and it generates enormous cash flows. But by working this way, people empower people empower people. That's the model, and that's the strength. So not only are people producing goods or services, they're doing something else here. They're teaching. So there's a part of the equation, the economic or business equation, the money equation, that says, okay, you're a teacher in your business, and you can then spread your business idea to another community, a neighbouring community, or another country. And if you do it with another country, you have to do it on the basis of the economy of that country. You can't export your your goods to another country, but you can export the idea to another country. So all the time it's about creating community around the globe. It's about equality, it's about community. I love that word community, you put a hyphen in there and it becomes common unity. So yeah, it's about money, but it really isn't. It's about joy and happiness and feeling good about what you're doing in the world, how you're serving the world. And the money part of it, the model has that part of it just take care of itself. You cannot not make money out of it if you follow the model. But the joy and happiness you get as a result is the real reward of it. If this excites you, if this lights you up like a Christmas tree, then it's to join the gym movement, the political movement. And also, obviously, this is the starting point for people. If you want to have a deeper understanding, but this will give you it's not very big. And the last 50 pages, it's very readable. The last 50 pages are cash flows for those that want to crunch numbers. And when you get to understand what the model is, and I know the politicians will very quickly, you'll see the purpose and intention of this model in creating community. So if you want to find out about the book, the link will be underneath the video, and also the link for Jim for joining the political movement. So let's make it happen, people, and let's bring joy and happiness and lots of abundance to this world.